Okay, well, welcome everyone. My name is Daniel. I'm technical support for Ireland, and I sometimes also help for Netherlands as well. Today we'll talk a bit about the VESTA panel, specifically on the automation side of things, and more about that will be saying Ashraf. Ashraf is our VESTA expert, so Ashraf, I'll give it to you from here.
Perfect. Thank you, Daniel. So as my friend Daniel said, my name is Ashraf, and I'm the technical support of VESTA intrusion systems. And today we're gonna to do the training of the VESTA panel. We're gonna to present, first of all, we're gonna to present the panel, see the characteristics of that one, and also we're gonna to see the security and automation devices, but we're gonna to see more the automation devices. So this presentation is about automation themes and rules. So we're going to talk about the automation devices and also the rules and themes. Also, we're going to see the ZigBee and Z-Wave protocols. We're going to see with what we can use these two protocols. And also, we're going to make the configuration of the devices and also the configuration of rules and automation themes. And we're going to see the field of use of the rules and the themes, or the areas where we can use these functions. At the end of the presentation, we're going to see the demo of all the devices in work. Okay. If there are any questions, just stop me and we can discuss it. Okay. Perfect. As you know, the VESTA system by Climax, it's a complete solution that integrates security. It complains grade 2, so you can connect it to ARC or CRA, Central Monitoring Center, without problem. And also, it's a professional home automation system that you can use for domotic purpose. So you can trigger on, trigger off anything you want in the house. And also, it's integrated with Dahua cameras, so you can, if you have any Dahua camera, you can use it in the same application. Okay, the characteristics of the panels is the next one. We have two versions, the 2G version and the 4G version. The unique difference between these two ones is the communication with the SIM card. So the 2G is 2G and the 4G it permits 2G communication and also 4G communication. All the panels has EP model integrated, so we can connect it directly to the router without problem. And also all the panels have 116 zones or elements that we can enroll on the panel. 160 zones. We can put some light bulbs. We can put detectors for security purpose and also for domotic purpose. We can put some relays. We can put some plugs. We can add any kind of device for domotic purpose or security purpose. We're going to see all these devices, and also we're going to see some compatibilities with third-party devices like Philips automation devices or any other brand. We have two partitions or two areas in the panel. The panel is using radio frequency to communicate with all the devices. In this case, it's working on 868 megahertz. The range is very powerful. It's around 2 kilometers in open field. And also the panel, it integrates Z-Wave protocol that we are going to talk about this protocol and also ZigBee in the next pages. We can make the 100 rules of automations. These automations can be, for trigger on, trigger off any light in any time you want. So these rules is very useful and is very powerful when we want to make the things like that. For example, trigger on, trigger off, or automatic watering, for example, or maybe any other thing like that. And also on the panel, we have a USB slot that we can insert a Zigbee module or a Wi-Fi module if we want a communication by Wi-Fi. So we just need to insert the Wi-Fi module on the USB slot, and we can connect to our router by Wi-Fi, and we don't need any kind of wiring. Also, the panel, it incorporates a siren and the battery backup. The battery backup, it has around 8 hours of backup. So this is the backup of the battery. As I said before, these panels can be connected to central monitoring stations because it complains grade 2. Okay. And the radio frequency, it's called F1. It's a private protocol used by Climax. So it has a powerful range, 2 kilometers in open field or in open areas. This is very powerful, and also it has a long long battery life for the devices because it transmits in one power or in another power, depending on the distance that there are between the device and the panel. For example, if you have one device far from the panel, we can the system will transmit with more power or with less power, depending on the distance. It's encrypted protocol, and also it's very stable. And right now we're going to see the Zigbee and the Z-Wave protocols. So we're going to talk about that two protocols. Zigbee and the Z-Wave, these two protocols are used for domotic propulse devices, like for example plugs, relays, light bulbs, any device that is used for domotic and has these two protocols, or Zigbee or Z-Wave. We can enroll it to our panel because our panel comes with Z-Wave, and if we want Zigbee, just we need to buy a Zigbee USB slot, and we just insert it on the slot. Sorry. And these two protocols has a limited range of between 100 and 200 meters, but these two protocols permit or allow you to communicate in mesh. What that means, if we have, for example, one light bulb here, 100 from the panel, 100 meters from the panel, here is the panel, and here one light bulb. If we have another one, this one, it's also used for repeat the signal in the case of Z-Wave or Zigbee. So we put one light bulb, and this light bulb, it's used like a repeater, and this other one also it's like a repeater. So this repeats the signal from the relay, for example, to trigger the door of the garage, and also it's a repeater for other devices. Okay. Here I have a small list of the devices that are compatible with VESTA panels. This is a small list. We have a big list in our page that we can check if we want. For example, Fibaro devices are fully compatible, and also many other brands like Philips and other brands that works in Z-Wave or Zigbee are fully compatible with VESTA. The VESTA, it's compatible also with Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. These two are voice assistants that we can configure with our system and control everything. Like, for example, turning on or turning off devices, and also arm away or disarm the system. So we can use this assistant to control the system if we want. And it's very simple to use. We just need to enroll it to our account, to our VESTA account, and this is all. We can just say hey Google, turn off the light, for example, and it will turn off the light. Here we have the front of the panel.
Sorry.
Yes.
Is there also a possibility that Google Assistant works in Dutch, the Dutch language, or is it only in English?
No, we have it right now in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and also Dutch. I think that we are working on that.
Okay.
But right now it's not done yet. Right now we have French, Portuguese, Spanish, English, and Italian.
After your holiday, Patrick?
Sorry?
After your holiday, I have to translate it, yeah?
Okay.
We're waiting for Jost.
Always waiting for Joost.
Okay, here we have the front of the panel that has 3 LEDs on the left. Yes, on the left it has 3 LEDs. The first one is for the partition one that it indicates if it's armed or disarmed, and also the second LED is for the partition 2 or area 2. It's used for indicates if the system is armed and or disarmed. And also the third one is used for alarm, to say if there are any alarm, it turns red, or if we have any fault or system fault, it's turned on in yellow. So if there are some tamper open from any device, we can see it from the panel. And here we have the siren. The siren is very powerful, and we can select the power or the sound of the siren, low, medium, and high. We can select these three different things. On the side of the panel, we have the compartment for micro SIM card. If we open the cover, we have the micro SIM card compartment, and also we have the USB port to put the Wi-Fi or Zigbee model if you want. Also, we have learn button or reset button. It's used for learn and reset. But we will not use this button because we can do everything with the browser or with our mobile phone. We can add devices without this button, and also we can reset the panel without this button. So this button we can let it there, and it's not used for. We have an Ethernet port to connect it to router. All the panels comes in DHCP, so we don't need to configure any IP the first time. We just need to put it on the router, and the IP is auto-assigned by the router. And here we have the switch for the battery to trigger it on or trigger it off. And number 12, it's the DC jack or the power inputs. Okay, the panel it's powered by 12 volt DC, 2 amps. Here we have a big range of security devices. As you can see, we have contact doors, and also in different sizes, and also we have in different colors, like this one is brown, and also we have peer motion sensors. In this case, we have simple peer. This is dual touch motion sensor. It has a peer and also microwave, 2 technologies. We have thin mount peer and many other devices that use it for security purpose.
Agra?
Yes?
I have a question. The PET compatible sensor, is this the only one, the per microwave, or are there more?
Microwave. We don't have the version of the peer, just the peer with PET immun, but we have, yes, we have the dual touch motion sensor. It's
I think that's the only one, eh?
Yes, this is the only one, and also the exterior ones. The outdoor ones all has the PET immunity.
Oh, okay.
So the exteriors has the PET immunity, and also this one. This is the interior, and this is the only one that has PET immunity. For the outdoor ones, it's very important because to avoid false alarms, they have one function that to detect 2 times in certain time. So I will explain it better. Let me see how I can explain that. Okay, for example, for the peer cam, outdoor peer cam, it has it has one function that if it detects the first time, don't trigger an alarm. But if it detects two times in the same time, so if there are one person walking, for example, it will trigger an alarm. And this is used for avoid the false alarms from outdoor. For example, if there are any car moving or something, to avoid these false alarms, it has this function, and you can use it for the outdoor detectors. Okay, I don't know if I explain it good, but the idea is that. It's clear about the outdoor detector? No?
Yes, it's clear. It's like a pulse counter, I think, or not?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it must detect 2 times to trigger an alarm, and also you can power up this function if you want. Zone assignment example. In this case, for the peer sensor, for example, we can set a zone for security. For example, a burglar instant or follow zone or start entry delay if we want. And also we can set an automation scene, apply an automation scene. For example, if we have this peer motion sensor, we can set this zone as a delay, entry delay. And also we can select one zone, and when this peer motion is triggered, it will start counting the delay if we set this zone as a delay, and also can trigger on or trigger off any lights we want or any device, automation device we want. And it has 2 functionalities in one, so security and automation. And not just the peer sensor, we can do that with any security device, for example, door contacts or any other one. We can use this function. And here we have more devices. We are already explained all that on the other formations, so it's very simple. We have smoke detectors, we have keypads, tag readers for outdoor. This one is for outdoor. We can use it for outdoor. And because we have automation, we can set this one, for example, for disarm the system and also open the door if we want. And with the tag, if we put the tag, the system can be disarmed and also can open the door. We have more sensor, water leakage sensor. In case of water leakage, we can trigger a relay to stop the water or something. We can use all that with rules. And also the temperature sensors, we can use them to control the environment. If, for example, if the temperature of the room it's between 20 degrees and 13 degrees, we can set a rule to trigger off or trigger on any device. For example, a split of air conditioning or the ventilation, we can stop it or turn it on. We can do everything with these sensors. And also we have one repeater. These repeaters allows maximum of 16 devices, and also we can put up to 8 peer cams. So here we can select if we want devices, we can put 16 devices, or if we want peer cams, we can put up to 8 peer cams. Just it's limited for 8 peer cams because the peer cams send the pictures or the images in the same frequency. So for that, the bandwidth must be controlled. Here we have the communication topology. In this case, we can make a string connection or string communication between the repeaters. In this case, we have repeater A and repeater B, and on repeater B we have the device. We can connect the repeater A to the panel, to the control panel, and also the repeater B to the repeater A, sorry. And in this case, we have the string communication. Okay, and the last thing we do is connect the device to repeater B, and this is very simple. Okay, I will show you later how you can enroll these devices. And also we have another topology like this one. In this case, we can connect more than one repeater on the panel, on the control panel with no problem, or the panel the control. We have repeater B and repeater A. We can connect them to the panel, and repeater C, we decide if we want, we can connect it to repeater B or to repeater A, or we can put them together to repeater B and repeater A. So the repeater C, we can connect it to repeater B and repeater C. Sorry, repeater A. But it's not recommended. I recommend you to connect the repeater C in this case if you have a scene like that. Repeater C connected or to repeater B or to repeater A, because if you connect it to the two ones, the repeater C will start transmitting more radio frequency, and it's not used for nothing. So just connect it to one repeater. And here we have automation sensors. In this case, we have power switch or plugs. We have power relays, thermostats. The thermostats are very simple. They have one relay output, and it starts triggering the relay depending on the set point of the temperature you set. If you set, for example, 22 degrees, it will start switching on and off the relay until arrive to the zero temperature. Okay, we have the room sensor. This room sensor has a light sensor, humidity sensor, and temperature sensor. We can use all that data to make some rules. For example, if any room has 100 lux, we can switch on or switch off the lights if we want. Here we have more devices of automation. We have relays. In this case, these relays are very useful. We're going to see one relay of that on the demonstration. And we have the scenario switch. The scenario switch is used to trigger the scenarios that we have. For example, when we wake up, we can click the first button of this scenario switch, and the first scene will be applied. And here we have more sensors. In this case, we have the occupancy or vacancy sensor. This is like the peer sensor, but this one is used for domotic purpose because it has less time of sleep time. So I don't know if you know about these detectors, but for example, for security purpose, the detectors has a sleep time. So they go to sleep when they are not used. For the battery, so for battery saving system. And this one, it doesn't have sleeping time. It has a low sleeping time, so it's used for detect a constant movement. And to start up the panel, the first time we just need to insert the SIM card if we have it, and if we don't have SIM card, we just need to connect directly to Ethernet port and put the battery on position and put the DC connector, and this is all. The panel will start up automatically and will be connected to the cloud directly, and this process is automatic. We don't need to do nothing. So we have a local interface. I show that on other formations, so I will not gonna to talk about this. But we have a local interface where we can access and program all the system. But we are gonna to see the home portal server. It's more simple, and we can connect remotely to our panel and make the configuration of everything. So the connection to the cloud can be done by the Ethernet, Wi-Fi, if we have a Wi-Fi plug or module, 2G, 3G, or 4G, if we are communicating by GPRS or the SIM card. And the most important thing here is that if we make some rules or automation scenes, all that configuration, it's saved locally on the panel. So if we lost internet connection, no problem. Everything will still working perfectly. For example, if we have a auto power on of lights, it will continue of this rule. So So right now we're going to see how we can create some rules and some themes, because this training is about that. It's about how we can configure some rules and themes and what we can do with all that. Sorry. Okay. Okay. First of all, I am going to Smart Home Tech, the cloud, or the page where we can access to our panel. If we are not registered, we need to first time make the first time registration. It's very simple. In 3 steps, you have the panel registered. In this case, I will access with my account because I have already created one. And as you can see here, I have the main part. It's a security part where we can arm away or disarm or home arm the panel. In this case, I can arm away if I want. And as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, but the panel is now arming. Okay. Okay, and the system right now is armed. I can disarm if I want. And this is the response is instant. So when you click on disarm, the system is disarmed. And here we have the automation zone, where we can make the configuration of all the automation devices. In this case, I will show you how you can add automation devices and also security devices. So we need to go to settings the first time, and the code, the installer code, default installer code is 7982. In this case, I will show you in the camera. I have here one camera. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, and we are on devices tab. We just need to click on add button, and then we just need to click on the devices to add them or to remove them. For example, I will remove this one. I'm putting that to know if there are humidity or not in this on this plant. I have it here. It's closed right now. I will delete it and enroll it again. It's very simple, this process. And also I will keep this detector and program it again to show you. Okay, to add devices is very simple. You need to click on add device, and then you just need to click the button of the device you want to add. In this case, if it's a plug, it's an automation device, you need to click this button. Here we have the button. Also the keypad. The keypad, you can add it by pressing these 2 buttons. For example, the scenario switch, it has a button on the back side. You can just click this button and it will be programmed. So in this case, I will click this button. And as you can see here, door contacts, I will click on the door contact. This door contact, it has an input zone. So this input zone, you can use it for any purpose. You can use it for a wiring detector, for a wiring, any wiring device, you can use it for this purpose. So I will put here plant. Okay, plant, for example, or you don't know. Okay, perfect. Okay, and I have this device here. If I keep this device, as you can see, it's open right now. Okay, it's delay a little bit, but it's open right now. If you can see. Okay, I will put it again. That means there are water there, so for that I'm using that. To add another device, just click on add. I will add a peer motion sensor. I will show you. Sorry. Okay, here I have more devices. In this case, to add the peer sensor, you just need to click this button. It's a LED, but also it's a button. If you click it, as you can see, it's a LED, but also it's a button. It's a button used for enroll the devices. In this case, I will select the ear and click on OK. And then I put peer. Okay. Perfect. Right now we are going to see the scenes and the automation section. We have here we have all our automation devices. Okay, sorry. Okay, perfect. Here we have all the automation devices. In this case, I have a temperature sensor. In this case, is this one. This has a temperature sensor. It has a smoke detector, and also it's a pair motion sensor. It's used, for example, to trigger on or trigger off the lights if I want. Okay, here we have a digital output and input. I have it here. I will show you. I have this input here. I don't have the cover, I have the cover there, so this normally is covered by the cover, and the button to enroll it is this one. And here we have the output, the common or normal open and normal close output, and also we have the input here and the input for the power source. If we want to put DC power supply, we can put it here, and the battery is for backup. But if we don't have the power source, normally we don't have power source, we just need to put the 3 batteries, and the battery life is around 2 years, 3 years, depending on the use you give it. So in this case, if I switch off the light, you can see the light will switch off, and if I switch on, it will switch on. And also I can see the temperature of this sensor. Okay. And I have a scene selector, is this one. Okay, it has 4 buttons. I can configure all that buttons. It's very simple. You click on the 3 dots, and there you can select your scenes. In this case, I just have 2 scenes, one for turn on the light, another one for turn off the light. This is just an example, but you can do everything you want. For example, when you press this first button, turn off these lights, turn off all the plugs of the house, and also arm away the system. You can do it with no problem. And also the second button, for example, when you arrive to home, if you click it, turn on all the devices. For example, turn on these lights, disarm the system, or something like that. It's just an example, okay? Let's see how we can create some. Let's see how we can create some scenes and rooms. Here we have rooms. In this case, we have rooms. We can create some rooms to put or to organize our devices. For example, in this case, I have just 4 or 5 devices. Yeah, I have just 4 devices. This is very simple because I know that this light is the desktop light. But imagine we have 100 devices like that. We can't see, we can't know this light, where it is light, and so on. So we can create some rooms to organize all these devices. In this case, I can create a bibliothèque or library, for example, a kitchen room, and I can edit them or create another one and put the picture if I want. For example, living room. Okay, I can put some pictures if I want. In this case, I don't want pictures. And as you can see, on the living room, for example, I have a scene selector. I will select this device, and here I have the scene selector. On the entry, I have nothing, for example. The flat one, I don't have. I have nothing. Baño, I have nothing. Also, I can put any device I want. Groups. Groups, it's used for group devices. For example, if we have, imagine we have 100 of these devices, okay? We have 100 of relays. We can group all them and turn all them on or off at the same time. We don't need to go one by one, turning on or turning off. We can create one group and put all them together. And then when we click on off, we power off all the devices, and when we click on, we power on all the devices. And also we can do that with dimmers, and we can dim the light for all the house, for example, or change the color of all the house if we want. Shooter in case of the garage door or the shooters of window. If we want, we can open all them together or close all them. And here we have the radiator. On the radiator, we can also control the temperature of the house at the same time. For example, all the thermostats that we have, we can set 22 degrees and all the house will be at 22 degrees. And we don't need to go one by one, putting the same temperature. So right now, yes, let's go to scenes and see what we can do here. I will erase these two ones that I have already made. In this case, the scenes are used for trigger on or trigger off or control any automation device. For example, set a temperature, disarm the system, take a picture from the peer cams if you want, or do any other thing. Let's create some scenes like, for example, when I enter to home. Okay, I will put, or when I wake up, for example, wake up, okay? What I want to do, in this moment, I can select one icon if I want. This is just visual and is not useful for nothing, just it's an icon that we can use on the application also. We can see in the application, for example, this one. And here we can select what we wanted to do. In this case, device action, I want to turn on the light, for example. Turn on the light for 5 seconds, for example. And also I want to disarm the system, okay? Change mode, disarm the system, okay? In this case, disarm the system. And also we can do more things, but I don't have more elements. If we have, for example, peer cams, we can make the request of the video or the image if we want. And also we can do many other things. In this case, just I have one relay and I have a panel. So I will, when I wake up, the system will switch on the light, and then in 5 minutes, 5 seconds, sorry, it will switch off, and also the system will be disarmed. I will create another one. For example, when I go to sleep, I will select this icon, but you can select any one you want. This is no. Okay, sleep time. I will put okay, sleep time, for example. Device action. In this case, I will to trigger off the light if it's on. Okay, trigger off. And also I will home arm the panel, change mode. In this case, home arm, and I will submit. And we have these two scenes. How we can apply these scenes? As I told you before, we can apply these scenes when there are movement, for example, in this detector, or when this contact door is triggered, it's opened or closed, or when there are some movement here, or if we select from the keypad the combination of the case, we can select a zone if we want, and also from the scenario selector. And also from the application, if we access to the application, we can trigger these two things. And we have another function that is very useful. It's a geofence or a geolocation of the panel. We use this geofence function to set a perimeter, and if we enter or exit from this perimeter, we can trigger on or trigger off any scene we want. For example, in this case, I will select Barcelona, for example. And I will select, I have the panel here, okay? I will click on OK. In this case, on this perimeter, we can set on our mobile phone, if we access to this perimeter, apply one scene if we want. Or when we exit from this perimeter, apply one of these scenes that we created before. These two ones, okay? We can create more. And for example, if we create one scene that we can call it exit, for example, and when we exit this perimeter, auto arm the system. We can do it without problem. So the scenes are used for that. Let me show you when I apply these scenes. Okay, first of all, I will trigger off this light to show you. Okay, trigger off the light. I go to scene, and on this case, if I apply the first one, if I apply this one, the first one, it will turn on the light by 5 seconds and also will disarm the system. I will show you on the panel also. I will check the panel here. Okay. Okay, here I have the panel. And in this case, if I press this button, or I press the button 1 of the scenario switch, I can use any one I want. I will apply here. And in this case, the system is disarmed, so it do nothing. And also the lights, as you can see, it switch on and also switch off in 5 seconds. If I click on the sleep time, in this case, this scene, sleep time, it will turn off the light if it's on, and also will change the mode to home arm. I will turn on the light to show you that it will be triggered off. Okay, I will turn it on to show you. And in this case, I will apply this thing. Okay, is now home arming. Okay, the partition 1 is home arming. And also the light it's turned off. So in this case, I am receiving a notification on the mobile phone also. Okay, I will apply this other one to disarm and turn on the light by 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, the system is disarmed and also the light is turned on by 5 seconds. So this is very simple. You can also do it by clicking here if you want. In this case, disarm the panel and switch on the lights by 5 seconds. And also you can create another thing to just turn on the light. Okay. On lights. Okay. Device action, turn on or toggle, for example, or commutate. Okay. If it's on, it will be turned off, and if it's off, will be turned on. Okay, well, I will put turn on. And, for example, I will put, if I click on the 3 dots of the scenario switch, to apply this scene, this last scene that I created. In this case, turn on the light. Okay, perfect. Okay, and if I click the last this button, it will be turn on the light. As you can see, it's very simple. And right now, the most important thing of the panel are the rules. The rules. Right now, we're going to see the rules. Okay. With rules, we can do anything we want that is related with automation. In this case, for example, we're going to make an auto arming of the system. This is very simple rule, but we are going to see this one. In this case, we click on add button and then we select auto arming. For example, we can put any name we want, auto arming. And in this case, what we want, how we can trigger this rule, how we want to trigger this rule. In this case, it will be by calendar or by schedule. In this case, I will select this one and I will put, for example, weekly, monthly, or any time I want. In this case, weekly, sorry, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay, and Saturday, for example. The time, I can select the time. In this case, to show you, I will put 1 and 47 for 48, for example, 13, 48, 48, okay. Conditions, we can put some conditions if we want. For example, if the panel it's already armed, sorry, if the panel is already armed, we don't want to do nothing. So we can just let the system without conditions and just put the actions. In the actions, we can put, for example, change mode to arm away. In this case, we are making an auto arming. In this case, from Monday to Saturday, in this time, the system will auto arm the panel. Okay, the area 1 in this case. Okay, and we have it here. If we wait, okay, 15 seconds, no, 14 seconds, we will see the system will be auto armed. Okay, I will show you. I will let this one here. Also the time to show you. And you will see the first LED will be turned on in red. That means the system is armed, and also we can hear the sound. Okay, right now it's arming. 10 seconds for exit time that I have set on the panel. And okay, perfect. It's armed, the system, and also I received the notifications on the mobile phone. So the system right now it's armed. As you can see, it's very simple to do. And with rules, you can do everything you want. For example, if you have, sorry, let me disarm the system. Okay, for example, in the case, okay, the alarm is triggered. So, for example, in the case of, for example, this is a door contact with input zone. We can use this input zone with a access control system and disarm the system according to this device if we want, and we can do that with rules. For example, let's make one rule. When we open this detector, or when we open it, arm the system, for example, and not just arming. For example, turn off the lights or do any other thing. Let's see how we can do it. I will put test, for example, or aux input, for example, and in this case. When the DC is opened, okay, when the contact door is opened, in this case will be the wired zone. When the DC is opened, what we want to do? In the conditions, we can put some conditions. If the temperature is between, for example, this value and this value, then do this action. But if we want, we can let without conditions, or we can do any condition we want. Okay. For example, change mode, when we open the DC contact door and the system, I will put a condition, and the system, it's disarmed. Okay, sorry, it's armed. Okay, if the system it's armed and the door contact it's opened, what we want to do? Change mode, disarm the system, and also, for example, trigger off the light if we want. Trigger off the light. Okay, it's very simple. In this case, when the door contact is opened, I will close it. When the door contact is opened and the system is on arm away or armed, the system will be disarmed and also turn off the lights. I will arm the system and show you. This LED is because the system it has an alarm on memory. So if we go to events, we can see the alarm. Okay, burglar alarm, Pirsala. In this case, this detector has detected me before disarming the system. Okay, I will arm away the system. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In this case, it's arming. Okay, we have 8 seconds, 7. Perfect, the system is armed. And also, let me show you from rules this one. Okay, right now it's armed away, so we have all the conditions. In this case, the system is on alarm again because it detects me. So if I open this door contact, you will see the system will be disarmed. So I go back here and the system will be disarmed, and also the light will turn off. And this is very simple to do. So as you can see, it's very simple. You can use that, for example, if you have an access controller and you have a relay, you can open this one or close it if you want. You can put anything you want, and for example, open the door and also disarm the system. For example, with your fingerprint, you can trigger disarm the system if you want. Okay. I think this is very clear. I don't know if someone has any question about that.
I have another question.
Okay, sorry, I have. I can't hear, but.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Right now I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Is it also possible to arm the system without the timer so that you can directly put it on?
Yeah. You can do it if you want. Yes.
Yeah, because yeah, that's the question. Because if you're going to sleep, then you have the how do you say it? Then it will make a noise. So
Yes.
but it's possible.
You mean the exit sound? You mean that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can configure. Let me put my my earphones. Let me. Okay, could you talk right now?
Check if it's working.
Do you hear me?
Yes, right now, yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, I will show you. You mean if you arm home arm, you don't want to hear the sound, right?
Correct.
Okay, let's go to settings in this case, and we put the installer code, in this case 7982, and you can make this configuration. We go to panel, and on the panel, I have it already disabled. You have the exit the light time. You just select the disable, and you don't have the sound. You can trigger off the sound if you want, and also the time you can select a different time or just disable the time if you want.
Yeah, but that's a possibility in both ways. If I like to choose without the tone of with tone or without the tone. So I'm going to sleep. I just want to arm it, and I don't want to hear it, but just arm it. When I'm going to leave my home, I want to hear the tone that I set my alarm.
Yeah. In this case, you have away mode and home mode. In the away mode, I can hear the sound because I said here I want to hear, for example, high sound, and the exit delay is 10 seconds. And for example, for home arming, when I home arm, I will not hear the sound, and also I don't have a time for exit. So you can independent. So you can make the parameters for arm away and for home arm also.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. I will show you. In this case, I have for home arm disarmed disabled. So in this case, when I click on home arm, you will not hear nothing, and I don't have time. I will show you 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. The system it's armed, and you didn't hear the panel just put it, and this is all. And for example, when I arm away, I can hear the time, and also I can hear the beeps of the panel if I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you have it. You have the exit time, and also you have the beep. I don't know if you mean that.
Yeah, that was my answer.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, Patrick.
May I ask another question to you, Ashraf?
Yeah, of course.
If I'm using the tags to arm or disarm the system, how do you install? How do you configure the tag by arming or disarming zone 1 or system 1 or 2? You know, the home away and the completely off.
Yeah, you can also select it. If in this case we have 2 areas, you mean that?
Yes, the areas. I forgot the term. The areas.
Okay, in this case I don't have devices in area 2, so I can't
I
see
understand.
the areas. But I will show you. I will put some devices, for example, in area 2 to show you.
Yes, and can you program the tag, or how does it go?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
In this case, I have just area 1, as you can see. Okay, because I don't have devices in area 2. But when I change the devices to area 2, any device, I will have also an area 2. I will show you, for example, the Mando or the remote control. I will change it to area 2. Okay, perfect. And right now I can arm away and disarm the area 2 also if I want. I will show you. Automation. I go to rules or scenes, auto scenes if you want to apply scenes. In this case, I have also area 2. as you can see.
Yes.
Change mode, area 1 or area 2. In area 2, you can put, for example, home arm, and on another area, for example, area 1, you can arm away or disarm it if you want.
Yes, but what I mean is if I use it, I'm using the tags. And for example, with tag 1, I want to arm and disarm the complete system. And with tag 2, I just want to be arm at home.
Okay, but check what you mean
the
with
tag, the little for the prox, the proximity, sorry, the prox.
Ah, the tags. Sorry, the tags. With the tags, you can't do that because the tag you just set
Only
it
area 1.
yes, only for area 1 or only for area 2. But you can't have the same tag on the 2 different areas.
Okay, but that's just my question. So you have you can program the tag or not? So because I can give some people tag with area 1 and the other people with tag with the tag with area 2. But how can I program the tag to make them switch to 1 or 2?
No, you can't do that. You can't do that because yeah, you can't do that because the tag reader, you set it for one area. For example, if I set this keypad or this tag reader, I have tag reader there. You can set it for area 1 or for area 2 if you want, but you will just control the area 1 or area 2. You can't control the 2 areas at the same with the same device. I know what you mean. You mean if you have tags for area 1 and tags for area 2, and when I put the tags for area 1, disarm area 1, and but you can't do that with the tag reader.
Okay. I have still one more question about it because it's not completely clear. Because I see your number pad to arm or disarm the system. So if I show the tag to the control panel, to the number panel to activate the alarm, can I then on that moment can I choose for home or away, or is this not possible?
This is just possible with the keypad, but with the outdoor. Let me show you the tag reader. I have one tag reader here.
Yes, but I'm really I'm talking about the keypad. I'm not talking about the card reader. That's not the problem. The issue for me is if I have a tag, and I come and I'm going away, then I can show my tag to the number pad.
Yeah.
And then I can decide if I choose to go away completely or at home away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was my question.
Yes. But with the tag reader, you can't do that. With the tag reader.
No, I understand. That's just area 1 or 2. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, yes, you can do it. And also, if you want to use some rules to make that, you can also do that.
Okay, I understand.
When the system is disarmed.
Thank you.
No problem. There are any other questions?
Just one about the PIR with the camera.
Yes. The notification, you mean, right?
Yes. If there's a burglar alarm on the PIR with the camera inside, do I have to program it to get a picture, or how does it work?
No, you don't have to do nothing. Just you need to. In this case, I have one PIRCam here. I can request for photo if I want. Okay, I won't click this photo. And on the events, I have this picture that I requested. I will show you.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Okay, in this case, okay, a little bit.
So it always takes a picture when an event happens.
Yeah.
When an alarm happens.
In this case, you can see here the picture. And in case of alarm, it's automatical take the 6 picture or 3 pictures that you need to configure. I will show you right now. But it's automatical send you to your application or to the web.
Perfect.
All the pictures. And in this case, I have 6 pictures. If you have 3 pictures, it's high quality. It's more quality than that.
Okay.
So in this case, you don't need to do nothing. Just if there are any alarm, it automatically send you the pictures. So you will receive all the pictures here. Okay.
I understand.
How you can change the resolution? You can select the resolution you want, 3 pictures or 6 pictures. In this case, you go to panel. In this case, And on the panel, you go to panel also, panel tab, and here you can select the resolution of the camera, the peer cam. In this case, I have 6 images, but if I have 3 images, it's more resolution than 6, as you can see. And all these photos that I received here are in low resolution. So, but it's clear. You can see if there are any installers.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. And also on the application, I will show you is the same thing. You receive a notification push with all the images on the event, and you can access and check these pictures. And if you want to receive them on your email also, you can make the configuration of email, and you can receive all these pictures on the email if you want.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I will show you also on the email how you can get the images on the email, but it's very simple. Okay. So first of all, show me. Okay, connecting. Okay, right now it's connecting. Perfect. Let me show you. Okay, the application is called Smart Home Sec, and on the application you can do everything we did there right now. We have the installer tab and also the user tab. If you want, we can make another training for the installer tab and see all the uses. But you can make everything on the installer tab, so you can just access 7982, and you can add devices. You can make all the configurations. I will show you fast to see just what you can do here. In this case,
one question, Afaf.
yeah, just
The installer password.
yeah.
You can change, the installer can change also this password.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
Yeah, you can change it to the password that's here. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, or any other password.
Okay.
Yes, you can change it. And here you can see we can set a zone type. You can see all the devices. You can set the APN of the SIM card if you have GPRS, and you can do everything with the installer tab. So this in another day we can see it. Let me show you right now the peer cam, how we can receive the photos. It's automatical as I said you. Right now I make the request right now for the photo. You can see here I can click and I see the picture, and also I can load it on my mobile phone and send it if I want. And also in the case of alarm, we can see the 6 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, you can see the 6 pictures. Okay.
Super. Yeah, it's clear.
Perfect. And for let me show you for sorry. Okay. Let me show you the email, how you can make the configuration to receive them on the email address. It's very simple. You just need to go to your panel. In this case, this panel. Okay. And go to notifications. And on notifications, you can add a new email address. You can click on add, and here you can put the name of the email, for example, and your email address. And in this case, if you want to receive just the alarm notifications, you select alarm and click on send, and then any alarm you receive the photo.
Okay, perfect. So you don't need to input an SMTP or POP3 or stuff.
Nothing.
That's super.
Yeah, nothing. And if you have a central station monitoring, you can here, yes, you can put the XMTP if you want. But in this case, if you don't want, you will receive it on the event. So on the application, it's instant. You receive immediately the pictures. And also, if you set the email, you can receive it immediately. The emails in case of in case of an alarm, as you can see here. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Perfect. There are any other question?
Seems not. Used.
Everybody happy, guys?
Yep.
Patrick, wake up,
Tuurlijk,
hè?
jongen. Tuurlijk,
Ja,
jongen.
is not bad. Hey, is not bad, hè?
Dat wil ik alleen maar horen.
Yes.
And also,
Ja, maar er zit er wel beperking hoor. Dat heb ik al wel gezien.
Ja? Oh.
Ja, natuurlijk. Er zijn maar 2 petities. En dat is wat Fred ook bedoelde met het inschakelen van petitie 1 en petitie 2, dat dat niet kan. Dat is denk ik waar het een beetje het probleem zit. En ook in deelbeveiliging kan er volgens mij ook niet inschakelen, want je hebt maar 2 area's. Dat denk ik.
Dan moeten we dat
Het is niet bedoeld om een kantorencomplex te beveiligen, maar voor een woning is het natuurlijk hartstikke goed.
Ja,
Gaat
precies,
prima.
Fred. Daar ben ik het helemaal mee eens. Daar is het ding ook voor gemaakt. Het ding is niet gemaakt voor...
MKB-woningen. Ja,
nee,
dat is...
absoluut niet. Absoluut niet. Absoluut niet. Ik vind laat ik het zo zeggen, het ziet er fantastisch uit. Ik ben heel benieuwd hoe het werkt straks met die Fibaro. Dat ga ik echt wel proberen. En, en dan zal het wel horen of het gaat of niet.
Ja, ik ben even niet bereikbaar.
Nee, dat begrijp ik dat je dat niet begrijpt. Ja, maar dat is niet zo leuk voor Arie, dat we nou praten in het Nederlands. Dat kan niet verstaan.
Deze Araf and Daniel, they say it's a nice system for home, for houses and for little shops, but not for bigger companies.
The system that you showed is only for the home, only for the personal people, not for the MKB, not for the office.
It's because of the 2 sections.
Yeah,
you have 2 sections and not more.
Yeah.
That's a problem, and I think you have too much stuff on it, so that it will not be in the grade 2 anymore.
Yeah, we are working on that to add more partitions, but not on that system, because VESTA by Climax we will have an hybrid panel also, and we are working to have more partitions. Or we are working to have, for example, 10 partitions on the same panel, and on the future, yes, we will have it.
And another
would
question,
be super.
Is there also a possibility to get wired detectors on it?
Yeah.
Or is it only with that contact you now have in your hand?
No. There are one device, there are one expansion device that you can wire all your inputs, and then it will communicate to the panel.
And there are no resistance on it. It's only open close.
No, and also you can put the AOL resistance, and the system. It's I will show you. Give me 1 second. The last thing that I didn't show you, that it's Alexa and Google, but you can trigger the lights or anything with Alexa if you want. For example, hey Google, turn on the enchufe. I have it in Spanish, so I will say it in Spanish.
Ja, is goed.
Okay, Google, enciende el enchufe. Okay, in this case it's okay. Let me see what. Okay, because I triggered off from here. Okay. Okay, Google, apaga el enchufe. Okay, right now it's triggering off the lights and also trigger on if I want. Okay, Google, enciende el enchufe. Okay, as you can see. You can control the system by Google or Alexa if you have. Okay, I will show you this device, this wiring device. I have it here. This one. Okay, the wiring system is it's like that. You can put the AOR resistor if you want. And the system, it has a button to calibrate the zone. So if you put, for example, 2.2 kilo ohms or 1 kilo ohm, the system will recognize that and also will adapt to this resistance that you put on the system, and will not be a problem.
You don't have to put in the resistance. he knows which value it has.
No, in this case, you can't put on parallel the resistance to know if it's a tamper or if it's an alarm. You just need to put the resistor for the end to know the end.
Okay.
But if you have tamper and also an alarm, you just wire it on series, and this is all. If one of these triggers, or another option is separate these two zones, one zone for tamper and the other zone for an alarm if you want. And this device allows, as you can see, eight different zones if you want. I will show you. Sorry, nine zones, as you can see here. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. You're welcome.
I think it's good that you integrated the home, the smart home system, because now for example, now I'm using Kasambi at my customers to automate the lights at home.
Yeah.
And I believe now I can do it if I use this your VESTA system. It's good for the burglary system, but you can always expand it by all kind of light scenes.
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
So I can do it in one. I don't need the Kasambi anymore.
Yeah,
That's good. It's nice. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And also on the application, you can trigger everything you want with the Smart Home Tech application. It's available on Play Store and App Store, and you also can trigger on, trigger off any device you want.
Yes, I've seen it. I already have the VESTA system on an on a demo plate for me. So.
Okay, perfect.
Saw it. It's nice. It's nice.
Case, yeah, perfect. So
it would be super if you've got in the future some more areas.
More areas, yes. So we are working on that. I have to write it for next meetings with Climax and that to make more areas for the system.
Yeah, would be perfect.
Yeah. In the future, that's sure that we will have more areas on the same panel. Okay, perfect. If there are no more questions, we could share.
Okay.
Thank you, Ashraf, for your demonstration.
To you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you to attend also, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Take care. Bye.
Have a nice day.
Yo, bye.
Bye.